So in LEGO Fortnite, we have an array of trinkets and charms, totems, and just helpful stuff across the game. Predominantly, we are looking at the epic and rare, as realistically, all of these can have extra versions. So obviously the health charm depends on what part of the game you're in. If you are starting off, then obviously the common's going to be the best one you can do. Then you go uncommon, you'll go rare, and then we can go epic. So which ones are the best that you can go with? So we've got all of the ones that are worth looking at in my inventory right now. And obviously, as you can see, this is just a sneak peek of what I'm using at the moment. But obviously, all the charms have different kind of animations, different rewards and bonuses that you can actually use. So let's have a look through them. We have the Totem of the Immortal. Revive after taking lethal damage, destroys itself when used. That is not a bad one. Then we have the Regeneration one. Do we have a... Oh no, we do have a one. So that can go to the bin because we don't need that one. We've got obviously the regeneration one there. We have got the Hearty Totem. When full health, gain bonus health after a few seconds. So for instance, if we are looking at that, we would go ahead of this. And naturally after a few seconds, we should gain some extra health. We'll see how that works in a second. Then we've got the Coal-Headed Charm. This is going to be perfect if you are going into the desert. I don't believe there is an epic one of this. I'm not too sure why, but I'm assuming the cool-headed one will be enough to get you by because naturally, if you look, you can get an uncommon one. So going into the rare is a better version, whereas we can't go with the Inner Fire. We haven't got an uncommon one. It goes straight from rare to epic. So I'm assuming it's just a 2 difference on the obvious rarity scale. Then obviously we have the Good Luck Charm. Raises chances of finding rare loot when digging. I believe only one of these works at a time, so it is just what it is basically. And obviously with that, that's going to be perfect for digging. I don't think I've got any more hearts after this actually. I don't know if I'm on absolutely max. Are you looking for gift cards, game keys and more? Head over to U7Buy for a variety of cards you can get today. From PSN, Steam, all the way to Xbox. With huge amounts of price variations. Check the link in the description for cheap, reliable digital cards for you right now. By the looks of it, what have I actually got different then? Have I got anything there? +5 regeneration health over time, equipment. I don't even know what. But, oh, okay, I see what it is. So it gives me the plus hearts anyway, but that one's not going to be great. And then we have the Epic. Charm of Resilience. Grants bonus defense for a few seconds after taking damage. We have the Regeneration Charm. That regenerates health over time, which is always perfect. We have the Inner Fire Charm, and also, which obviously is resistance to cold temperature, and then the Health Charm. This adds health and defense, and it does take it to the absolute max. So I believe if I've got that on, I don't know if I get any extra with the Hearty Totem, which kind of makes sense why it only goes up to rare, as if you've got the Epic, that is number 1. So the first totem slash charm that is going to be perfect is the Health Charm. That one's going to be number 1 because when you look at taking this off, that is a big difference in the health. So this gives you a +5 on your health, as well as then giving you 14 on the defense, which is absolutely perfect. The next one, and again, it depends on what you're looking at. If you're going exploring and you necessarily are not number 1 at staying alive, the Totem of Immortal is going to be perfect there because naturally it will bring you back if you do die. So adventuring is going to be perfect for that one. The Hearty Totem, I'm going to say no to. The Cool-Headed one is going to be only perfect when you are obviously in the deserts because naturally you're going to need that. The Good Luck Charm is going to be perfect when you are gardening or farming. That one for me is the only time that's going to be used, and realistically that is what it's used for, so it's not an all-time sort of best charm. The Charm of Resilience is going to be perfect for any battling, so personally that one's going to be really good for going in caves because naturally if you do manage to go ahead into the say Frostland caves, then naturally you are going to be taking damage and more than likely you get hit. Not everybody can kind of miss everybody because literally there is a lot of things down there. The Regeneration Charm is going to be perfect again for regeneration health, literally. And then the Inner Fire Charm is like the cool-headed one. It is going to be perfect in the Frostlands. If you're in the desert, if you're in the grasslands, it has very little to do with you. So I would say the best 3 charms of all time would be, and this is mainly for the grassland, because naturally you can't use any of the others. If you're in any of the other bios, Inner Fire is going to be perfect, or Cool-Headed. So they do take the kind of reign on one of them at the very minimum. It would be the Health Charm, and it would also be the Regeneration Charm. Naturally, if you've gone for the Charm of Resilience, that could be it's a one or the other. You could argue between both of them, but I like the regeneration charm. Say if I do run out of food, then I can get some health over time naturally. And then the third one would be either the cool-headed or the inner fire, as I need one or the other. If I'm not in the desert or if I'm not in the kind of frostlands, then I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. So that's going to be my favourite charms. Let me know down below what you rock with.